for joining me here today to remember the life of our dear beloved Pete. Pete, the 2006 silver Chrysler PT Cruiser. Pete was the best first car a girl could ever hope for. Pete did have a very interesting background, however. He came from Minnesota, where he was originally owned by Mike and Carolyn, my grandparents. Thank you for joining us here today, Mike and Carolyn. Once I got Pete, I learned all of his great attributes. For instance, his air conditioning. Pete had the best AC system. During the hot Texas summer months, he always kept me cool, and I was never sweating while sitting inside of Pete. Then, however, in the cold, brisk winter, I was always warm because I knew I could count on Pete's heat. Also, Pete was a beautiful silver color. It was not too light of a color, not too dark, and he sparkled in the sun. Pete was beautiful. However, we are all imperfect. We know that. And Pete did have one drawback. He didn't have auto lock. We had to use the key to get into the doors. But it was covered up and we could move past that because the gas cap was on the passenger side, so I never had to fill up with gas. My brother got to do that for me. Thank you, Matthew, for joining us here today. Pete. What else can we say about Pete? His life was so wonderful. He always kept me safe. He was steady and reliable throughout every month, every day, all the time. There was one fender bender, however, but that's okay, Pete. Pete was always strong, and he held me close to his heart. Even in the last moments, there was one final trip to College Station where he just had to give up. But Pete is in a better place now, and we are so thankful for how he served us. Will you please join me in a moment of silence for our dear beloved Pete?